My video for October the 30th, 2018, video number 2891, is entitled The Hidden Story of the Doors' Jim Morrison. If you were to travel on US 1 in Melbourne, Florida, you might notice the sign prominently displayed on the west side of the road, Birthplace of Jim Morrison. Of course, he was the lead singer of the band known as The Doors. What you may not know is that his father was an admiral in the US Navy and commander of US troops in the Gulf of Tonkin incident that triggered US involvement in the Viet Nam War. Jim was not the only pop star of that era connected with Laurel Canyon near Los Angeles. Frank Zappa and many others have also been traced to that area, and none of them had to serve time in the military as Elvis Presley did earlier. All were connected to the military-industrial complex. Coincidence? Let me suggest a video, quote, CIA Hippie Mind Control, Inside Laurel Canyon with Dave McGowan, end quote. It's the most comprehensive expose on the subject I've come across. Folks, nothing is as it appears, and news media rarely tell the truth. The rest of the story, as Paul Harvey used to say, has been long hidden by those with blood on their hands, those who have been called the elite who create wars for profit. Their ulterior motives are hidden, as JFK told us. Are people waking up to the sad reality? I hope so, for all of us non-elite humans. Yes, I have actually been planning to make a video about Jim Morrison and the Doors because I see that sign all the time when I'm traveling on US 1 between the O'Galley part of Melbourne and the regular part of Melbourne, which of course those two sections of Melbourne merged into just the city of Melbourne. But there used to be two cities there, one called O'Galley and one called Melbourne. And that sign is fairly close to the middle between the two. In any case, I've been putting off making that video, even though it was on my mind for a period of time, until I happened to come across this program that I watched. I think it was about an hour, maybe. I think it was about an hour long with Dave McGowan. And wow, I knew after I finished listening to that earlier today that I had to make a video that incorporated some of the things that I honestly didn't know. I mean, I knew who Jim Morrison was. I knew he was the Doors, and I knew that he died early, and so did a lot of others that were connected to that era. But I had a lot of the blank spaces of things I didn't know filled in by watching that video with Dave McGowan. And I highly encourage, I hope I remember to put a link to that in the comment section when I post this video on YouTube and Facebook, so that those that desire to do so can also listen to the broader picture. I mean, Mr. McGowan has taken time to do a lot of research, a lot of digging, and uncovering things. And as I keep telling everyone, what we are told, generally speaking, might have a little bit of truth, but a lot of error. A lot of it is with an ulterior motive, to brainwash and to control the public. And people keep saying it's up to us to turn things around. But how does a brainwashed civilization turn things around when the controllers control the information and try to shut down even more people on alternative media sources and shut down the very sources themselves and make it very, very difficult for people to ever learn the truth? How can we know the truth and be set free if we're continually bombarded with a series of lies upon lies upon lies? Everything is distorted. including the music scene, including the country music scene. I mean, they have infiltrated, they being the elite establishment, the money people, they have penetrated every aspect of human society. Even our entertainment industry is colluded with, in collusion, knowingly or unknowingly, with these dark elements that have a desire to take freedom away from everyone and to create a system of human slavery in which they remain unquestioned as the supreme rulers over everyone else. Folks, do you want to be ruled or do you want to be free? And the freedom that they give us is an illusory freedom. As I've said in other videos, the whole monetary system was created as a means to enslave human beings without them knowing they were enslaved. We'll pay them for what they do. But a lot of people that work in jobs that directly or indirectly are controlled by the military-industrial complex, they have non-disclosure agreements. They're not allowed to reveal certain things, and when they do, then they're convicted of breaking laws. Laws for what? Laws for exposing truth? Laws for exposing what's going on behind the scenes, behind our backs, that is not in humans, the best interest of the majority of humans, regardless of race, religion, regardless of nationality. Folks, we need an awakening, and we need a creator to take responsibility and empower us. Now, I also watched a video earlier today, which actually was a repeat of things that they keep showing from 2012 and you know, some years ago, but in the current era of time. But some years ago, 2012, and in that general time frame of all of the activity around the sun, that with infrared cameras, it looks like there are spaceships, some of them round and some of them cigar shaped, going in and out of the sun. Now, is that possible? I don't know. I think that I've always thought the sun was a ball of fire, and how could things go in and out? I don't know the technology that would be involved in such a thing, but I do know that much of what even I was taught growing up is mixed with, it's a little bit of truth mixed with a lot of error. And it's been that way in human civilization as far back as we can remember. And we need to have some help to turn back on the codons in our being that have been turned off by these charlatans. They have manipulated our DNA, in other words, as I keep saying. And it's difficult for us to get out of the mind control box that they have created to keep us in. It's a prison without bars, but yet in the United States, there are prisons with bars that more and more people that try to wake up and try to extricate themselves from the corrupt system end up behind bars, physical, literal bars, not just the illusory bars of control, but the actual bars of prisons. There's more prisoners in America as a percentage of the population than any country on earth, including communist China. You know, what is it going to take to wake us up to these things? How are we going to learn the truth if the people that want to keep control of everything else keep trying to shut down those that try to tell the truth? I'm going to continue to try my best to tell the truth as long as I have breath, as long as I have the ability to do so. And I don't know. I don't know if God's going to answer my prayers. I pray every day. And some people say, don't pray for me anymore because I don't believe in God anymore. Well, I understand why some people don't believe in God anymore, and it's sad. Anyway, folks, pay attention to this video that I recommended and listen to what he has to say. And thank you for listening to my video. Namaste.